Hi folks, welcome back to the shop. I'm the period woodworker. Wanted to bring you an update on some of the Escher water hones and some other water hones that I have been selling a lot of the stones that I had, and I still have quite a few. I have most of the better stones left. Well, I have sold some of the better ones also. But I wanted to just give you a quick update on the ones that I will be selling here soon, so that I can refer you back to these in the eBay site when I go to do it. This is one of the better ones that I've got now. This is a Barber's Gem razor hone. This is made by Escher, and it's imported by Pike Manufacturing. Pike was one of the leading sharpening stone manufacturers in the 1800s and early 1900s, and they got into business with Escher, and they imported a lot of the stones. What I have seen and heard, and even in the few times that I've used these Escher stones, some of the better ones that were mined or however by Escher came over in these Pike stones. This is one that I'll be selling. You can see the got a fairly decent label on it. The box is actually in pretty good shape. On this one, the stone is virtually unused. This is probably one of the nicest stones that I have. It There's virtually no signs of use. This one does come with a virtually perfect slurry stone. And in the bottom it's come off of the stone, but if I can get it to focus, you can see that this is a light green. It's one of the hardest ones to find, which are supposed to be a little finer than even the yellow greens. So this is a nice stone. This stone measures 5 inches by 2 7/16, almost 2.5. And it's 7/8 of an inch thick. The slurry stone is almost 7/8 of an inch thick by the same width of 2 7/16. Beautiful stone, probably one of the nicest that I've ever had, and I'll be selling that soon. This is the other Pike that I have. This is another Barber's Gem. As you can see, the box has been used a little more than the other one. It's a very nice label inside the lid. This one also comes with a slurry stone. This one also is a light green. These are the more professional stones. You can see that this one has had also virtually no use. It's in perfect stone. It's in perfect shape. The label is very nice. The box leaves a little to be desired. You can see a couple of the flaps are loose. I think I'm actually missing one long flap, but if you like the box, you might be able to put something in there and use it if you wanted to reform the box. The hone is perfect. Those are the two pikes. I have a couple of these. The J.G. Escher and Son. These were truly professional hones. You can see that this one, although being a virtually perfect hone, has had some use. I haven't cleaned it up. You can tell by the look of it, it's a yellow-green. That stuff just from where it's had use, and I've not done anything. This does have a little chip right on the corner. Since the label is off this, oh, and there's another little chip on that side. So each side has a little chip on it, but the sides themselves are nearly perfect. That's a nice stone that I'll be selling. Again, this is a J.G. Escher. I don't know what the difference in those and Escher and Company and J.G. Escher is. Perhaps some of the Escher people could tell me. Here's another one of those that I have, the J.G. Escher. Look at the nice label on that. This one has as pretty a label as I've seen on a J.G. Escher. This one also has the yellow-green label on it. Again, a perfect label. The stone is mint. There are no chips, no real signs of use. I don't know if this stone ever really had a slurry stone. It may have. The box is near perfect, although it's got a little bit of slurry residue inside. But that's a nice stone. All of the staples, or however they form those in the corners, are still all perfect. That's a nice stone. Nice label on the outside of the stone also. I'll be selling this 6-inch. This is a J.G. Escher stone. It has no label on it. You can see this is one of them. A lot of these had a formation of a, I guess where they ground off something, or that's however they formed the stone. This stone is near perfect. This is a yellow-green stone, although it does not have the label on it. The J.G. Escher label, however, is near perfect. There's no box on this. This one it's a little larger than one I just sold the other day. This is 6 inches almost. It's almost 1.25 inches. And it's thicker than the other one that I sold the other day. It's close to 3/4 of an inch. So this is a nice stone. You'll see it on eBay also. Going up into a little larger stone. We're getting into the last several stones that I have. This one is also a J.G. Escher and Sons. The label is near perfect. This has an SRD in New York, manufactured for by E&S. And on the other end, it has the dark blue label. This stone has nearly a perfect honing surface. There is a slight chip on the very corner. You can see it's kind of small, but it does have a chip. Nice stone, fully labeled. This stone is a little over 7 inches long. It's 1.5 inches wide 3/4 of an inch thick. Now a nice yellow green or a light green stone. This is a very nice stone. I haven't completely decided if this might not be the one that I keep for myself. As I told you, I don't use these a lot because in my hobby as a woodworker, I don't need the fineness of an Escher stone, except on a couple of Japanese chisels and one infill plane. But if I do sell this, this is an Escher and Sons. It's water razor hone. It's got a little dirt on the label. The stone is nearly full size. There's a small chip on that side and a small chip on that side and a very small chip on that side. So it's got some chips. It's a perfect user stone though. The size of this stone is 6 inches. This is a wider stone, 2 inches wide, and it's about 7/8 of an inch thick, thicker than 3/4. Nice user stone. I might sell that. I might save that for my own use. The largest Escher stone that I have this is over 8 inches. It's an 1 3/4 inches, a little over 1 3/4 inches wide. And it's very thick. It's 1 inch thick. And again, this is the only 8-inch one that I have left. This has some, I think, manufacturing chips or bevel up here. This is the blue-green stone. There's the label. No label on the other end. And again, the Escher label has some pieces missing. What a great user stone that is, though. And finally, last but not least, this is the last boxed Escher stone I have. This is an unusual in that it comes in a blue-green like box. This is Escher. You can see right here, Escher and Company. This is a washer. Ebsenstein. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly how to say it. It's all in German on the label. It's all in German on the label. Inside the box, the label is perfect on the stone. This stone is perfect. The slurry stone. It's got full use. It's had a little bit of use on it, not too much. The measurements. The slurry stone is approximately 3/4 inch square. and it's 1.75 inches long. The stone itself is almost 8 inches. It's 7 3/4 inches long. It is 1 3/4 inches wide. And the thickness is just 3/4 inch. So this is virtually an 8-inch hone. It's a perfect stone, perfect user, perfect collector. The box has no outside label. It does have one inside the lid. One of the end flaps is loose. I do have it, and I will send it to you. Both of the staples are there. This one is barely hanging on. I would say, in looking at this stone, it is a blue-green probably. I don't think it's a dark blue, although it does not have a label and I can't tell. So there you are with the exception of the 6-inch by 2-inch wide. You should see all of those coming up soon on eBay, and that will finish the Escher stones that I have. Thank you for joining me. I'll soon be having another video showing the non-Escher water hones. Probably quite a few of them made by Escher. But thanks for joining me, and come back.